The Comac C919, China's first major passenger airliner, ready to take off for commercial flights later this spring. In a market dominated by American and European planes, it's a sign of China's ambition to step to the front of the global stage. China's emergence as a major trading nation is now well established, but the next step is to build up better trade relations with China's neighbors under a policy known as One Belt, One Road. Along the trade routes of the ancient Silk Road and old maritime links, China's aim is to forge a new trading hub in the developing world. And in return for opening markets, China's offering to help its neighbors build up much-needed infrastructure.
The lack of the infrastructure building, they need money, they need state-owned enterprises. Private companies in the West, they're not interested to invest in the infrastructure. But without infrastructure, economic takeoff, very difficult.
Under the Trump administration in the US, the impetus for that appears greater. An inward-looking White House seems to be withdrawing from international commitments on trade and aid.
After President Trump, of course, it's more urgent that China should take more leading role, not just learning and follow-up of the Western countries. That's China maybe not ready, but we are learning how to do.
China's leaders have been working hard to sell that message overseas. Thailand is an integral part of the One Belt, One Road scheme as one of Southeast Asia's major economies. It's also a vital part of a new high-speed rail network designed to link southwestern China to Singapore. But agreement on construction has stalled after Thailand complained the terms of loans for the rail network were not favorable. And some complain that China's using its size to dominate its neighbors.
Be a regional leader, China has to be much more measured, much more magnanimous, benevolent, and it's not showing that. So we have to wait and see if China would be willing to change.
This is the World Trade Center in Beijing, completed in 1990 when China was far from being the economic powerhouse that it is now. Today, of course, it is dwarfed by the enormous tower blocks that have sprung up all around it as China has developed. But with great power comes responsibility. And if the One Belt, One Road initiative is to be a success, then it'll be up to China to convince all of those countries taking part that there is benefit for all. Tony Cheng, CGTN, Beijing.